My 2-year-old started losing his words, and that's when I knew something wasn't right. April's Autism Acceptance Month, and this is our story. When I first started noticing signs of autism in my son, it wasn't just one big moment. It was gradual. Little things just started stacking up over time. Hand flapping, spinning, less eye contact, playing with objects instead of toys, and lining things up very precisely. Then he started losing his words. And here's the part that parents don't talk about. When it's gradual like that, you second guess yourself every single day. I kept telling myself, maybe I'm overthinking this. And the comments from people on the outside, that didn't help either. People would say, he's just a baby, he'll grow out of it. My kid does those things too. It's normal. And I wanted to believe them because believing them is easier than facing the unknown. But when this happened, it hit me really hard. The words just started disappearing. Words I'd already heard him say, just vanished. And my mom intuition told me, that's not just late talking. There's definitely something else going on here. But the hardest part wasn't even just the words. It was the moments that he was upset or hurt, just completely dysregulated. And I didn't know why, because he couldn't tell me. And that feeling of helplessness as a mom, it's brutal. You just want to help your child and you feel powerless. So finally, when my son was 2.5 years old, we went to the pediatrician. And when we got the autism diagnosis, I did what I think a lot of parents do. I cried in the car. It wasn't just sadness. It was also relief and fear at the same time. Relief because I finally had an answer. I wasn't imagining it. I wasn't being dramatic, and I wasn't guessing anymore. Now I was able to start building a plan and getting the right supports in place. But the fear is real too. Your brain spirals. What does this mean for his future? Will he be okay? How do I help him? Am I going to mess this up? And if you're at that stage right now, I just want you to know you're not alone. What helped us next was getting supports in place early, therapy programs, a team, things that helped him build communication, regulation, and his daily life skills. I wish I could tell you that the hardest parts ended there, but they don't. One day, something happened that terrified me. My son was 4 years old. He was still nonverbal. I was cooking dinner, and he's just slipped right out the front door without me even noticing. My stomach dropped. I'll never forget it. And what happened next? I found him shortly after playing across the street at the playground, no shoes on, sitting alone in the sand. And in that moment, all I could think was, it only takes 1 second. Fast forward to today, my son is 7 years old now. And if you're in the early days and you feel terrified, I want you to hear this part. My son can now tell us his wants and needs. He is so smart. When he learns something, he soaks it up like a sponge. Right now, he's obsessed with musical instruments. All of them. He can name instruments I've never even heard of. Sometimes just by hearing the sound of it. He loves swimming, drawing, acting out scenes from movies and his favorite shows, learning dance moves from videos. So yes, our journey has had some hard parts, but autism isn't just about what's hard. Our kids are whole people with strengths, humor, talents, and so much worth celebrating. And here's something really helpful. Depending on where you live, there might be funding supports that can help, which is great. So this Autism Acceptance Month, I want to remind you, you are not alone. You're doing a great job, and your child's story is just unfolding.